Hi, and thanks for coming to my channel. Um, if you're watching this, you're probably in the same boat I am at this very time. I have recently gotten a very large interest in 3D printing, and I've reviewed a lot of options. I've looked at various printers based on specs and functionality, and in my multitude of research, I've found that basically they're almost all the same except for print size and number of extruders, and even that is modifiable based on firmware. Uh, but what I have noticed is that it's very different, or sorry, very difficult to find a large print area. Uh, when I say large, I'm talking exceeding the 10 inch by 10 inch by 10 inch scale, or 255 by 255 by 255, especially if you are looking at multicolor or at least multiple extruders. Um, in my research, I've found that a lot of printings require supports, or at least if you're looking at printing miniatures or models, where, for example, there's an outstretched arm. Um, so I'm specifically looking at building a printer that is capable of multiple extruders, specifically so that I can use a water-soluble filament specifically for my support structures. And I've also been thinking about going down the line of building my own and self-sourcing all the parts, as compared to buying a kit, to give me a much better understanding of the entire 3D printing process. Just because that's the way my mind works, I find if I go through the entire process from design ground up, I tend to retain a lot more, and it forces me to look deeper into how things work, so that if something does go wrong, I can do the research and fix it myself that much more easily. Um, I I can do all the same if I buy a kit, and then I'll be up and running much faster. I understand that. But this is the route I've chosen to go. And I've talked about it with a number of my friends, and they've all suggested that I document everything and create this, basically, for lack of a better term, this is going to be a video diary of my experiences with the 3D printing. I read through the 3D Printing for Dummies book. I'm not ashamed to admit, I mean, I think the Dummy series is a wonderful series in almost every book of theirs that I have read. And I've learned a lot from them. And I've read a lot of stuff online, watched a number of videos. Thanks, Tom. Big shout out there. I've learned a lot from you. So I've actually now started ordering my parts, and some of them have come in, but I just wanted to start off with an introduction. I actually ordered my parts and actually started experimenting prior to recording this first video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically do a reset of everything that I've done thus far, so that I can take you on the entire journey. And I'm actually going to do everything that I initially did. So we'll experience the trials and tribulations that I had when I took things straight out of the box to my road to discovery, the individual tests that I performed. I won't necessarily force you to watch the videos that I watched and learned things from, but I will make sure that I have links, because I'm not going to pretend that I invented any of this. I've learned everything from everybody else out there on the internet, as well as reading books like 3D Printing and 3D Printing for Dummies. So this is my first video. It's an introduction. I think I've gone pretty exhaustive on my introduction. I hope you choose to watch the rest of my videos as they come out. Thanks.